Hey YouTube family, this is Monday night. We start moving tomorrow. No, wait a minute. Is this what? Is this Monday or Tuesday? This is Monday. I'm so funny. I was sitting here trying to go online with my computer, and I have two different passwords I use, and I kept putting the wrong password on this computer. One computer's one thing, one's the other. And what a mess that turned into, but I finally got it straight. I know which one it is now. But we move tomorrow, and I guess tomorrow night we'll be sleeping in our beds over there. We won't be completely moved. But guess what? We've been moving stuff over there, you know, that we could put in the car boxes and that had stuff packed in them. And one of the items was my wife's china. My daughter took it all out of the china cabinet and wrapped it up with bubble wrap and packed it in boxes and all that. And that was one of the things that we took over there. I don't know what there was boxes of clothes, there was boxes of just different household items and stuff. And the next day, she went by there and she come back over here and she was in tears and just thoroughly upset. I couldn't imagine what happened. Well, somebody or some people went in the house and cleaned out everything that was there that she took over there. I mean, it was nothing there. She'd even bought about $40 or $50 worth of cleaning supplies and stuff, and that was over there, brand new stuff. Everything was gone. And she's trying to figure out how they got in the house. She walked all around the house, couldn't see nothing that was broken to get into or anything. And then she saw the back door. There was keys hanging in the back door. And it was the keys that belonged to the landlady. Her maintenance man had come over there and fixed a window. There was a window broken or something. He had fixed that, and then he left the key hanging in the back door. And that's how they got in. I guess the biggest thing was losing that china. That was my wife's china. You know, most housewives and stuff, they treasure their china, among other things. But it was all gone. And I'm thinking it was somebody close. Now, there's two apartments in the back, behind the house there. And you would have to drive in the driveway and up to the side of the house to see that key in that door. So I'm thinking it was somebody close to home. She's not called the police or nothing. I think she should. But that was a big blow. I mean, we won't know what all's gone till we go looking for something and we don't have it. Uh, but uh, can't believe it. Cannot believe it. You know, I was thinking about my mama when her and that boyfriend of hers, that's what I call him, he's my stepdad, when Daddy finally located them, you know, they was in Florida, we was in Virginia and North Carolina. And I don't know how it wound up with me and my sister and George was the ones that she left behind. And it was a couple of years before we knew where they was at. Well, somehow or another we got sent, me and Carolyn got sent to Mama's. And she lived in a little place. I remember the street, it was Bennett Street. Well, Bob, my stepdad, he was riding the bus to work. He didn't have a car. But they decided we needed to move, which we needed more room since me and my sister was there and my two brothers, Michael and Joe. And I can't remember if Robert was born yet or not. I don't know, that would be my half-brother. But they decided we was going to have to move. Well, we didn't have a vehicle or anything, and there was a little red wagon, and I don't remember if that was, I don't know where that red wagon come from. And that's, we moved about 20 city blocks away to 1404 Iona Street. And we moved on that little red wagon. I can't remember where the furniture come from that was in the, it was an upstairs apartment. I'll probably include a picture of the house. And the house looks a lot better in the picture than it was when we lived in it. When we lived in it, it was slums. And now those houses and everything in that area has been bought and restored and all that stuff. And they're very expensive places now, and that's the way it looks now. But I'll include a picture in this video. But that's how we moved on that little red wagon. I mean, it was piled up high, and of course I was pulling it. And Mom and Bob, they were carrying bags. That must have been a sight to see. But yeah, that's how we moved. That's how we moved. Brings back memories. And we used to stop. There was a little store there, and we used to stop there, and we couldn't get drinks or anything, you know, but you could get a empty Coke bottle and get water, and that didn't cost you anything. But I wished I could remember where that little red wagon come from, 'cause we hadn't been there long. Me and my sister, we hadn't been there long. But that was on Bennett Street. And I guess we lived there about 6 months before they decided to move to this place on Iona Street. And I did a lot of growing up in that apartment. I call it an apartment. It's a 2-story house. And it was meant to be one big apartment upstairs and downstairs. But they had that thing split up into 2 apartments upstairs. But both of those apartments had to share the same bathroom. And the lady that lived in the little 2-room apartment, we had the biggest apartment. We had 4 rooms. But the lady that lived in the 2 apartments, which is in the front part of the house, I kind of, let's see, I would have been 12 or 13, probably 12. The hormones were starting to come into play with me then, and I kind of had the hots for that lady. She wasn't old. She was very young. She had one child, and she wasn't married. So I'm saying she was probably around 18 or 19 with that kid. I can't remember her name, but she used to let me smell her hair, 'cause she washed it in Welch's grape juice. How crazy was that? But I cannot remember. I can't remember her name, but boy, I used to love to smell that hair. And she let me feel over her and stuff, and everything. Golly, Ned, what was her name? But that was it was very slummy there then. That was slums. That was East Springfield, part of Jacksonville, Florida. And I did a lot of growing up there. There was a girl that lived in one house over. Her house was right next door, and it was the same setup, with apartments upstairs and downstairs and all that stuff. And her name was Betty Rainey. And she had a little sister. And her sister's name was Christine. And she played with my brother Joe. And at this time, Joe was about, I wasn't there when this happened. I'd already went back to North Carolina to my dad and everything. But Joe played with this girl. Her name was Christine, and at that time, they was about 7. And they went into somebody's apartment that they knew. They didn't just walk in, they knew them. They was in the apartment, And these people had a loaded 22 caliber rifle sitting in the closet. And Joe and Christine started playing with that thing. And turns out Joe accidentally shot the girl. Hit her in the stomach, and don't know how long it was before she died, because he was 7 and he run home. And I understand he didn't tell somebody right away, or somebody, I wasn't there, so they found her anyway, and she was dead. That affected, I know it affected Joe all his life. You know, he's not living now. He died. He was a combat wounded veteran and from Vietnam. He'd been in Vietnam twice, been in Germany once. But that had to affect him. And of course, the little girl's family was all mad at my family, Joe's family, you know, and which I can't justify that. But her sister, Betty, the one I was telling you about, me and Betty was kind of sweet on each other, and the last time I seen Betty, I was home on leave from the Army after my basic training. I was on a 30-day leave, and Betty and I secretly met, went to movies and stuff. Her family wouldn't want her having anything to do with me because of my brother shooting her sister. But that's the last time I seen Betty. Almost come so close to me and that girl getting married. We was gonna slip off to Georgia and marry, elope, I guess you would call it. But we didn't do it. If I had transportation, we probably would have done it. But that's the last time I seen her. Last time I seen her. Anyway, guys, we're moving tomorrow. I'm not quite sure how we're gonna do it. Oh Lord. Not quite sure how they're gonna do it. I know I would like to drive my scooter over and see Miss Lucille before we do it, but my scooter is gonna have to go. She's renting a U-Haul truck, and we can drive it up on the ramp on the truck and take it over there. Or I actually could take it. I actually could drive it to the house, but I'm not quite sure how the roads are gonna be. It's gonna take us the rest of the month to get everything moved, because we're only gonna keep the truck a day, and that everything that we can't haul in the car, we're hauling on the truck. And we'll be sleeping tomorrow night at the new house. I'm really concerned about our fur babies, because they're all going to have to be inside for at least a couple of weeks. On the cats and the dogs, she's going to have to be a house dog, period. We'll see how that goes. I'm kind of anxious about it. I'm upset about that stuff getting stolen from us. But somebody would have had to drive up in that driveway to see that side door at the back. So, you know, it could be them people that's living in them two apartments. You know, it's like a barn. It looks like a barn thing, but it's got upstairs and a downstairs. And the man living downstairs is alone, and he's handicapped. And there's a lady that lives upstairs with a 7 or 8 year old son. And I'm thinking maybe somebody was over there visiting them and saw that key and decided to go in there and take a daggone look. And actually stole all that stuff. I mean, that was a lot of stuff. And it's still not clear in my head what all we've lost. I know Jennifer, she had one box. She likes shoes, and it had almost all of her shoes and boots and stuff like that in it. And I'm not sure what else was there. I think a bunch of my medical supplies was in in one of them boxes. I hadn't noticed whether she took that stuff over yet or not. I hope not. Good Lord. I get depressed thinking about it. Anyway, guys, if this is probably going to be my last video till about Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure, because I know the lights will be turned on over there tomorrow, and they'll turn the lights off over here on Thursday. I'm not sure about the internet, because we spent, I felt like we had enough money, and we may do, you know, I'm not sure now, you know. I know we got the lights took care of, and we still got $300 or $400, but we got to rent that U-Haul tomorrow, and she's got to pay the internet bill. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I think we'll be all right. Anyhow, I'll see you in the next video, folks, and that's probably going to be Thursday or Friday, something like that. And I'm probably going, next video, it's probably going to be me going around that new neighborhood over there and just looking around and stuff, and seeing. It's going to be an adventure. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate everything y'all done for me, or for me and my family. Joey's supposed to be over here tomorrow to help us. I hope he is. Otherwise, the bulk of it's going to land on Donovan and Jennifer. And Jennifer's off Well, she was off today and she's off tomorrow. So got to get it done tomorrow. But the other stuff, the stuff we can haul in the car, we'll stretch it out over a few days. But we have till the end of the month. But we don't want to even be in here come Thanksgiving. All right, guys. See you in the next video. Love all of you. Bye. GoPro, stop recording.